Hello, successionaires, and welcome to the MMI Live Presents. This evening we have the honor of having with us again Miss Arlene Spann, Dr. Mom, and she is an expert and guru when it comes to health. So we want to talk to you about health because this is the season when the seasons are changing. We got allergies and we got sinuses and everything else that's going on, colds, flus, and we're going to talk about health, diet, or whatever it is that she wants to educate us on. And I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to let her tell you more about who she is, what she does, but it shouldn't take no more than about 2 or 3 days. So ladies and gentlemen, I present Miss Arlene Spann. How are you doing this evening, dear?
Mr. Murray, I am well. How are you out there? I am well. I am well.
Fantastic. Well, you know, with you knowing what you know about health and doing everything correct, I wouldn't expect anything less. Because you taught me a lot.
Correct.
You taught me a lot.
Correct. Let's correct everything correct. Focusing on doing everything correct.
Yes.
There
you go. Focus on doing everything correct. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Dr. I'm going to call her Dr. Mom. It's Arlene Spann, but Dr. Mom to me.
Well, you know, Mr. Murray, and thank you all for watching, and even to those who are in our audience, those who might be watching at a later time.
Yes.
I am Dr. Arlene Spann, and I am a person who turned my pain into something that now has become more profitable for me. I was a person who was trapped in a body that was diseased, and a body that I had to overcome diseases, and as a result of that, I am now a person that goes around the world, when I say around the world, around the country, helping other people, making them aware of the importance of our health, because you know, we say this, our health is our what?
It's our wealth, there's no doubt about that.
Our health is our wealth, so we can do all the things, we can be entrepreneurs, we can go to school, we can do all kinds of things. But if we're not healthy, then those things are for naught. So what I do now is I help people to understand the importance of what health is to them. But not only that, helping them to see that everything that they do as it pertains to health starts here.
It is definitely a mind thing.
A mind.
I mean, you can do what you want, but like I always say, everything which is fact, that everything first goes through thought. You know, and once you realize that everything goes through thought, you have a tendency to learn what needs to be learned. Once you realize that it's up to me, it's my thought, it's my process. And I've heard your story. You know, we've shared the stage many times together. This is not your first time on my show.
Not my first time.
So this is not your first rodeo.
This is not the first rodeo. No,
And you give so much information, helped us so much. I'm gonna let you go ahead with the floor and we'll go from there.
You know, one of the things that I think that oftentimes what we do is we don't understand the importance of the basics. So what we're gonna do is just basically get back to basics. And that's for me and anyone else. What are the basics? The basics are making sure that your body is moving all the time, meaning that in order to have the good health that we're looking for, when we're thinking about our mindset, think about, what am I consuming? What am I putting inside of me? What am I drinking? Like we have in front of us. And if you look, this is a test. It's only a test. If you have one of these at home, if you have some water, take it and sip it right now. Because that's what we need. Our bodies need the water. So we're just going to talk, Mr. Murray, about us getting back to basics. About us understanding that because of the makeup of our body, because that our bodies, including our brains, is at least 70% water, that's the reason it's important that we feed it what it needs.
You know, I've got a habit, and my wife the same way. We keep a bottle of water at the bed, and No matter how many times I wake up, I'll take a sip. When I wake up in the morning, I drink. Because your body demands water, whether you know it or like it or not. If you are in pain, if your back aches or your joints hurt, you got to realize your body's talking to you.
Yes.
It's telling you water. See, water is the engine to your body. Now, one thing that people gotta have to doing, it's really unbelievable. They take better care of their cars than they do their body.
That's true. That's true. I mean, that mechanical, and this is a mechanical thing as well, that we should be taking better care of, but oftentimes we're reluctant, and some of the time it's because we are, that four-letter word that starts with a B, busy.
Oh my Lord.
We're so busy with what we're doing until we busied ourselves out, and then we understand that now our health is what takes the toll, because we're just too busy. I don't have time to go drink some water. What do you mean? I have to go someplace, go maybe purchase it, or if I don't have a filter, and then you guys are always telling me drink this water or that water, and this one is good and that one's good and this one's not, and I might be confused, so I'm not drinking any water. But the most important part of it is understanding that your body needs it. And even though we're talking about back to basics, understand that even with the basics, we're going to say some things that we want people to be mindful of. And one of those things is when we're talking about water, you want to get the best possible water you can. But when you can't, there are things that we ourselves can do to our water to make it better for us.
Like what? Now, give me an example.
For example,
okay.
We all know when we go to the restaurant, many times you will hear people say, give me some water with a little yellow thing, and that's a what?
A lemon.
A lemon. So that's something that's very basic. We can take the lemon, squirt it in our water, and now we've taken it from just plain old water to now a water that's alkaline.
And people don't realize, too, that it's also good for your digestive system.
Exactly.
You know, people wake up in the morning, well, I ain't no good to have my first cup of coffee. Hello, earth to people out there. It is not important that you have a cup of coffee in the morning. It's important that you drink water. Well, I want to thank those that are tuning in. We have Ricazin, I think that's how that's pronounced. Cynthia, hello Cynthia Bond, and I know she's a loyal follower. And of course, Anthony Ayers Sr., who I've had the pleasure of knowing and doing a lot of events with over the last 20, 25 years. They're regulars. They tune in because one thing for sure, you always want to learn and get information. And that's what the Millionaire Mastermind Institute Live is about, giving you information. Now, we're basically a business institute for those that want to grow their business, but you got to realize health is part of your business. All the money in the world is useless to you if you're not healthy. Most people trade in every dollar they got if they could just be healthy. So that's what we're talking about now, about the importance of health, which is part of you building and growing your business.
And when you said that, you made me think about when I first got started, and the first company was my own name, Arlene Spann Sweats. But as I began to be around the Millionaire Mastermind Institute and understanding the importance of educating people as opposed to just speaking to people, from that grew something now that even my husband and I have called the Spann Wellness Academy.
Fantastic. There you go.
And the Wellness Academy, where we're going to be educating people. It's not just about speaking here, there, but having the workshops and having the seminars, having the conferences, and then partnering with you with the Millionaire Mastermind, and people understand, I am a student of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. So the things that I learned from you, I take them back, I implement them, so that now not only am I going around talking about health, but I'm talking about the importance of what happens on the inside of us, so that we become better entrepreneurs, so that our businesses will begin to flourish. Why? Because now we're looking at our health in such a way that we're saying, I do want my business to flourish, but if I don't take good care of me and I'm gone, what then happens with my business? I don't have a business because I'm not here. So the first business is us taking care of us. And that's something that I've learned from you in the Millionaire Mastermind, is to, even with what you've gone through, helping us to see, and you said, and you don't think it's robbery to have people on from every arena of business. You have the people who are the digital people. You have the people who are, but then you said, okay, we need the health side of it.
Must have.
And that's the reason.
Let's do this. We've told them about the importance of water.
Yes.
What are some of the foods that we should eat, that we should constantly put in our body? And then we'll talk the ones that we shouldn't put in our body. Whichever one you want to do first.
Okay, so the foods that, my thing, and it's going to be like a little spiritual, but anything that is as close to the way God made them.
Nature, that's right.
Is what we should be putting in our bodies. So anything that's green, your nice greenery, your fruits and your vegetables.
Yes.
If you are a meat eater, you're going to look for the things that are as lean as possible.
And cooked, not raw.
And cooked, not raw,
not medium well.
Not cooked.
Cooked.
Yes. And if you are a person that eats fish and things like that,
yes,
you want to stay away from consuming them in the fried form. So if you can bake them, you'll bake them. That's a better choice, because once you fry them, now what you're doing is you are causing the possibility of there being a trans fats. And that's something that you don't want.
That's true, you don't, because it will, you're talking about hardening your arteries.
Exactly.
You're talking about end up with bursitis. And with
what's bursitis?
That's when your bones and stuff ain't, am I correct?
Okay, see, I asked that question because we say things, and I'm sure I asked the question that maybe you were thinking about asking, so that we can clarify it, so that when our listening audience, because we're the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, where we educate minds, so we want to make sure that we're educating them, even on the small things, because we're back to what?
Basics. And one thing about, I mean, we have a problem with, we get arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like I tell people right now, I'm 17 on my second 50. So,
17 and you say 50. I'll get that.
Okay. So, but what I'm telling you is, you have to drink water, put the proper things in your system. In your system, that's going to make you healthy. See, now, the story I tell, and you've heard me tell it before, where I went to this event, and this lady couldn't even sit down. She was in so much pain. But she was sitting up with a slab of ribs and a diet soda. And I asked her, why are you eating the ribs instead of you have the salad over there, you have a fruit salad, you have a vegetable salad, and you're eating ribs because you're in so much pain, you're eating ribs. And I said, and you drink a diet soda instead of water. She said, well, I don't like water. I asked her, well, how do you like the pain? And then I said, are you planning on living? She was in her 50s. I said, are you planning on living 30 more years? She says, well, I'd like to. So what you're telling me is, you want to live 30 more years in pain because you say you don't like water. But you're drinking a diet soda, which is one of the worst things you could ever put in your body.
And I think, Mr. Murray, sometimes people get caught up on the word diet.
Yeah.
And they think that seeing that word makes it better, when in all actuality, soda is soda, and it's going to have that same high fructose corn syrup and all the ingredients in there and all the sugar that your body does not need, all the things that your body is looking at to the cells and going, what in the world did you just give me? And I know, I get it. I was a soda drinker myself, so I get it. And I know we go to events, it's cheaper we can give it to more people, and it goes a long way. But think about, what are we doing to our bodies?
To our body.
And we might not see it right now. It might not be so visible of what it's doing to our bodies, especially when we're younger. But then as we begin to get older, I probably can take that back now, because I'm finding out that some of our youth are now getting the type 2 diabetes.
In their 20s.
Yes.
18 and 19 and 20s. And that's unbelievable. Because it's diet. Here's something that people don't realize. One of the worst things you could ever eat is fast food. You're talking about fast food, fast death. Fast sickness. You have to learn how to take care and cook for yourself. You know, fast food is not good for you. Anything fast, I mean, I love to eat, but I also love to cook. And I cook every day, but we don't eat fast. My wife, we don't eat fast food. I cook every day. And something that I learned years ago, that I had to understand why daylight is daylight and why darkness is darkness. And what it means to your body. People don't realize in the morning when you wake up, you are not supposed to make your digestive system go full function. That's why you give it water. Or you give it juice. Because your digestive system is not supposed to go full tilt. And you're really not supposed to make your digestion until after the sun comes up and can hit your placenta. The part when you're a little baby was soft, it's still there until the sun can hit your placenta, which is at the top of your head around 12 noon, or you to make your digestive system fully functional.
You keep saying system, and you made me think, especially about the digestive system, but you made me think about the fact of what we do at the Spann Wellness Academy in helping people with a system. And that, of course, is still that sweat system, but it lets people know that these things that they're going to do is, when we talked about the water, that was one part of it. You said digestive system, and I'm thinking about how many people, part of the sweat system is eliminated. But back to basics, how many people, once they eat, actually go and eliminate? I know there's things like the additives and the trans fats you want to eliminate, but when was the last time someone really went to the bathroom? I'm just going to put it like that, that they eliminated all of the toxins and things that they put in their bodies.
Most people live a lifetime and never do. Never do. They don't understand the importance of elimination. You know your body is healthiest when you wake up in the morning. And do you know why? Because your body feeds itself at night. It's natural. It's not having to work. It's not doing nothing artificial. It's just doing what is natural. So that's why when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you got to do? You got to go eliminate.
You got to go eliminate. Get it out.
Your body is one of the most perfect mechanisms in creation. And people don't realize that.
Back to basics.
Now, here's the thing that you got to train your body, because we weren't taught this.
No.
So our body isn't used to it. You have to train your body that every time you eat, it's supposed to eliminate.
Exactly.
Every time you eat, it's supposed to eliminate. I want to also welcome on our social media sites Teta Tamari. Yeah, but they got the Teta, thank you. And then we got Manka and Andre Gore. Hello, Gore. Everyone out there in social. Teta Tamari Manka.
Okay.
And Andre Gore.
I like that.
We send, yes, hello to everyone. And here's what we need you to do right now, for those that are online. Share, just hit the button, look down, and hit share. And give the blessing of someone in your social media the opportunity to tune in and listen to us. So just hit share. Hit share. I mean, it's so much work, hard to hit that button. That's so hard. You know, give your fingers some exercise. Now, when we talk about exercise, let's talk about a little bit about exercise.
Exactly. And there are some simple things that we can do. And you know, I'm famous for the lazy person's jumping jacks. And so that means even while we're sitting here, Mr. Murray, we can, you know, we don't have to do much. We can do things like that. Or if we don't do that, we can, the resistance type things that we can do, we can push away from the wall. We can actually do push-ups.
We can sit here and just do
this. Yeah, we can. We can do heel toe, heel toe, heel toe.
I'll stretch down.
We can do all kinds of things. We can turn. There are many things. It's as long as we're moving. So it's all about the movement. What kind of movement do we have? And then it don't take a lot, but we want to try to get our heart rate up.
Yes.
So that now we are in the burn. We're burning something, you know. But everything is in moderation. So if you're just getting started, do whatever you're able to do.
Now, here's something that I'm glad I like to do, and yeah, well, you know, quit trying to find the nearest parking spot to where you're going. You go into the shopping center, so you want the closest parking spot. No, you go to a parking spot that will make you walk a little ways. I mean, that little, it might not be no more than, let's say, 10 to 15, 20 yards. But that's better than you skipping right there. You can wait to the nearest parking spot. I'll park almost at the end of the parking lot just to walk. Because that's exercise.
That's exercise. That's exercise.
And if you want to have a strong heart and a strong body, you better start walking. When you go to work, you on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth floor. Steps.
Steps. Go up those stairs.
Go walk the steps.
Back to basics.
Exercise.
Exercise.
See, and when you're at work, at least, they say 20 minutes. I'm going to say every 20 minutes to half an hour. Get up and give yourself a 2 or 3 minute break. Don't sit there. You want to know why come you're getting bigger? Because all you're doing is sitting there all day long or doing what you're doing and not giving your body exercise. Now, the important thing, now we've talked about this before. You must, it is a must that you go outside to daylight.
Yes, vitamin D, yes.
Feed your cells daylight.
Yes.
One of the worst things for the human body is artificial light.
And Mr. Murray, some people don't, like, when we have things like osteoporosis and things like that, those things with just that little bit of sunlight can help prevent us from going through that osteoporosis. And there are a lot of people that I know who have osteoporosis.
Yes.
Brittle bones, they have, you know, and just think about, and my dad used to go and sit in his truck outside, and he would fall asleep, and we didn't know why he was doing that, but in hindsight, thinking about it now, I understand now why he did that.
And you know, and if you're from the country, we country. We country. We talked about what we did, how we had farms and all this growing up.
We did.
And we grew it, we ate it.
That's right.
One thing that we got to get used to, y'all, I'm serious. Country people used to go sit on the porch. And you wonder why come they're 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. Because you don't realize, see, your body feeds itself daylight. People don't realize that most plants do not grow during the daytime.
You said it. When do they grow, Mr.
They grow at night. Because what they do, they take the energy from the sun in the daylight and use it at night, and that's when they grow. Well, what do you think about us? The most perfect mechanism that exists. When you're out in the daylight and you're feeding your cells in the daylight, at night, it's absorbing the daylight. At night, your cells are feeding over what you did that day. And you don't know what that does for your brain power.
And and you know, I'm glad you said that, because when we're talking about I'm foggy, I'm lethargic, I can't make it through the day, let the sun hit you and see what happens.
You know why a lot of people can't do, they go through that because you sit down, you eat, and you get full. You're not supposed to eat to get full. You eat to suffice. That's it. You don't eat to get full. That's why I say you eat a lot of small meals during the day.
So, Mr. Murray, with what you just said about the sunlight and the small meals and everything, and we talked about eliminating and all of that, which is, I'm hopeful that people really get it. Because if they understand that, you know, things like colon cancer.
Oh, it can be eliminated.
Exactly.
Sugar diabetes.
Eliminated. Because we're in
High
control.
cholesterol.
Eliminated.
Arthritis.
Eliminated. Why? Because we just need to change a few little things.
That's it.
Just
Basics.
Just
you keep saying basics. Just go back to, you know, and I played semi-pro baseball back in my youth.
I played,
Well,
high school
it don't matter. You're still an athlete.
Yes.
And they always told us, when you, even today, all these pro athletes, when they're in a batting slump or they're on basketball court and they just miss it, they tell them, always go back to your basics.
The basics.
Life is full of, the education of life and the success of life is your basics. You know, until we realize that we have been miseducated.
Mm-hmm.
See, the reason we, and I'm talking about we, I'm saying people of color, are so unhealthy, is we're eating a European diet. And our DNA is not European. It is African. Where everything grew plentiful, and the fruits and berries, vegetables. When we come over here now, we are, let's say we are civilized. So now we're eating a diet that is giving us all these ailments.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're looking at television, and it always says, well, your fingernails is a different color, take a pill. You know, you just got a little slight pain in your lip, take a pill. Mm-hmm. You stubbed your toe, take a pill. Everything is take a pill. You should never, ever take a pharmaceutical. Every pharmaceutical give you a side effect. That's why most times they give you a double subscription. Mm-hmm. Rahid, how you doing? Always, always, always. Glad to see you out there, my brother.
Mr. Murray, you said something that made me think it was thought-provoking. Because if people would take the time and truly, when they listen to the pharmaceuticals, listen to what they hear on television many times about the side effects of the medications, the side effects many times outweigh, in fact, what the medication they say it's supposed to do for you. So if we can do things, and I'm just going to give just 3 quick tips, and this is this. The first thing is to eat things as close as the way they were prepared for you by nature. So if you can eat an apple as an apple, eat an apple. If you can eat an orange as an orange, eat the orange. You don't have to put any heat to it, eat it that way. Then don't allow anything to consume you in such a way that you make that food become something that I can't live without you. And then it becomes so consuming of you that you become gullible, and now you're finding yourself in a position where you're always consuming and eating. So you're not going to allow, I'm going to say, put it this way, never let the food become your God.
You know something that people don't realize? You're talking about food, which is called diet. You say, well, I want to go on a diet. Look, people, diet isn't something you go on. Diet is a way of life. It's a way of life. Now, I'm blessed that I was, over 40 years ago, I was taught proper diet.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you consume now? I'm gonna give you something that everyone should do.
Okay.
One of the top 3 herbs you ever put in your body.
Listen up, people. Listen up.
It's chlorophyll. CHLOROPHYL. I take one every day. What it does is it helps your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
It helps your blood. It helps your digestive system. When you go to stool, it doesn't make you go, it just makes your stool softer. So you have to force it.
Mm-hmm.
And ladies, if you have cramps at your time of the month, if you are on a regimen of daily chlorophyll, you don't have to worry about them cramps. Think about it. I'm hurting. I had a lady work for me, and 3 days a month she couldn't get out of bed. She was so. I took and cleaned her body, purified her body, put on a chlorophyll regimen. She has no more problem. See, when you learn the proper things to do that herbs will cure and do for you, and your body really naturally will take care of itself. I have yet to ever take a flu shot.
I've never, no, me either. Nope.
I'm not putting anything foreign in my system.
No flu shots.
No, I'm not going to do it. You know, it's always a pleasure talking here with you, darling. You know I love you.
It's a pleasure.
And ain't nothing you can do about it, and you know that. Now, here's the thing. Because she's part of the Institute, all you have to do is contact the Institute, or let's do this. How can people reach you?
They can reach me. I'm going to give them 3 different ways. The first thing is you can go to Spann Wellness Academy, www.Spann Wellness Academy. The other way is that you can reach me by email, and that's arlenesweats@gmail.com, and I will spell that ARLENE sweats, like you're hot and you're sweaty, @gmail.com. And they can go to my Facebook page. I have a private Facebook, well, not private, but I have a Sweat for It boot camp website that they can go to and see what's going on around there. That's their health website.
Well, y'all going to get a lot more of this beautiful lady here, because she's part of the Institute. We have so many events coming up, and we have we have a Father's Day event coming up right here at the Institute. So for Father's Day from 3 to 6, come on out, y'all. Show your favorite guy how much you care about him.
I'm gonna bring my guy.
And my wife's gonna bring me. And we're gonna spoil them. We have live show.
Yes.
We have 4 entertainers. We have 2 professional recording artists gonna come out and perform for you. And we're gonna feed you. And men, come! I tell you what, I want to see who out there come dressed better than me. Now that's going to be, I'm sorry, that's an impossibility. As close to as good as I'm going to look as possible.
I'm gonna tell my man he's going to be in competition.
Oh. So come on out, y'all. It's Father's Day from 3 to 6 right here at 8101 Sandy Spring Road, Suite 290 in Lower Maryland. If you want to obtain tickets, go right to mminstitute.info. mminstitute.info. And here's something else that we do. And we had a fantastic show Tuesday evening. Oh, I gave a lesson Tuesday, y'all. I'm not going to say because of me, but everybody gave was raving about the lesson that I gave Tuesday evening.
Wow.
From 9 to, it's supposed to be 10 o'clock.
But we know we didn't.
They held me on the line with all these questions and stuff.
That's a good thing.
Until 9 to 10, we went to 10:30. And I told them, y'all, we got to cut this off. So what you want to do is tune in. Just dial 218-548-0510. And the code is 1950 pound. So that's 218-548-0510, 1950 pound. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give away a gift. I'm going to give the audience a gift. I'm just going to just
do it.
I'm going to give it to you.
Give it to me. I
want you to text the word ROAD, 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 to 931-269-1010. That's 931-269-1010. Text the word ROAD. We'll give you a free gift. And listen to what you're going to get more than once. Just listen to it. And what you're going to learn from that free gift don't cost you nothing, just $1.
You said free, Mr. Murray.
I did say free. That means nothing out of pocket.
Okay, free.
Only thing is you got to give up is time. Time enough to dial the 10 digits. That's it. Dr. Mom, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, dear, thank you for accepting the invitation. And we're going to bring her back. We're definitely going to bring her back. Now, what's that? At DJJ, BJC, that's another one. Oh, hey, DJ, J, BJC. See, I mean, he's so bad, they didn't give him a syllable. They didn't give him a vowel in his name.
It's okay, we dance off of that. DJ, J, BJC. Okay,
So, any information you want from the Institute, just go to mminstitute.info.
Yes.
Or call the Institute at 240-619-2019. 240-619-2019. And we've got a big event coming up in July. We've got a 5-day workshop.
Right, we almost forgot about
Because you're going to be one of the instructors.
Yes, I forgot.
And we're going to, this is not for you to sit and come listen to us.
No.
You got to bring your paper,
yes,
your
workshop.
pencil,
Yes.
your laptop,
Do
your
stuff.
iPad, or we will give you from Monday through Friday from 9 to 1. Go in there, just go on the website. It's there, mminstitute.info. We're not getting into that now. We want to see your Father's Day. Bring your favorite man out. Whether it's your brother, uncle, grandfather, whoever it be. And I'm going to say something. If you're looking for a man, y'all, there's a single man there.
Mr. Murray. No.
So just go on out and have fun with us.
Yes.
Until next time, we say God bless you. And we'll see you every Thursday right here when we do a live around 6:30. And until then, God bless you and keep working on your road to success.